everyone, this is Susaan here. This is a digital painting that I did with the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil. So I'll just be explaining some of the steps that I took and also my thought process when I did this painting. I just want to let you all know that I'm just also learning as an artist and just also getting familiar with the Procreate program. So for this particular painting, I wanted to give it an oil painting finish because I've done a few oil paintings and I like doing oil painting in general. So I specifically just used the oil painting brush and the smudge tool. So initially I started off with a very simple sketch, and I think the most important thing to note here is to try and get the proportions right. So you can sort of play around with it first and make sure you get the proportions fairly accurate before you start putting the colors in. I put the drawing in a separate layer so that you can deactivate that layer later, so you don't see the sketch lines or the drawing lines later. So before starting on putting the colors down, I think it's important to take note of where the light is coming from. So in this particular case, it's from the top right hand side of the painting. So that's important when you are painting the background of the painting, and also when you paint the fruits to sort of have an idea where the highlights would be and to take note of that. So in this case, I created different layers for both the background, that's the wall and the table, and also for each of the different fruits and also the leaves. So that way, when I was painting each of the fruits, the colors wouldn't mix up. So I found that to be a very useful tool, something that we can only get with digital applications. When we're doing a real painting, that's one of the drawbacks. You can't go back to different layers and play around with it as much as you can with Procreate. So that's one of the main advantages I find. Okay, when I started painting the apple, I found that I was able to paint it fairly quickly. I think I kind of got the colors right the first time around, but I had to adjust the size of the apple a bit. But other than that, it came out fairly well, I thought. The pomegranate, I just love the colors of the pomegranate. That nice mix of orange and pink and reddish brown. I had to play around with the colors a bit, but I think I got that fairly okay. As far as the grapes, I adjusted the opacity of the brush to give it that translucent effect. For the grapes, I had to work a bit because there were few grapes and you had to go and highlight each of the areas that needed to be highlighted. When it came to the leaves, I think my placement was slightly off from the actual picture, so but I didn't go and adjust it later too much, as I didn't want it to block the grapes and the hard work I'd done with the grapes earlier. With the reflection, the wooden table was a very highly polished table, so you could see the colors of the fruits in the reflection as well. So what I did for the reflection was for each of the individual fruits, I made the colors a bit darker, and I also reduced the opacity of the brush to give it that look, and I think it came out fairly well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and remember to click the notification bell as well to get a notification each time I put a new video out. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, please put a comments in the comment section below. I would really love to hear from all of you. And if you think of any different methods that would be more useful, please let me know, because I would love to hear your methods as well. Thanks again for watching, and see you all next time.